Morning, I'm Brady with Capillary Housing Partnership. Today we're going to go over lawn tool maintenance. We have lots of different tools here at Capillary Housing Partnership. We're going to show you maintenance tips on a few of the tools that we lend out to the public. Today we'll start with our weed whip. The weed whips are available at no cost to residents of Lansing. They come loaded with string, but typically you run out of string. And if you need to add string, ours are very simple to replace the trimmer string on. So what you want to do is run out of string, now it's empty. On these here, there's arrows. This turns, and you want to turn the hole here until it lines up with the arrow here. When you see the arrow there, it creates a channel that goes directly through this where you can insert your string. What you want to do is go ahead and push the string straight through. And it'll come out on the other side of this. Go ahead and just make sure your string is even. Once you get them even, you'll go ahead and grab the top of this and just turn it, and that will retract the string into the weed whip. And you just want to turn it until it's out the proper length. This is what would cut the string, so you want to make sure it's just past that for your first run. They weren't quite even, but so that's probably a good length right there to go ahead and get you started. As you go through the string, you would push down on this as you're going, and that's what releases your string. I only did a small piece of string here. Typically, you'd probably do about 6-7 feet worth of string that you put into the string trimmer at a time. So that will get your string replaced, and now you're ready to get back to weed whipping again. Next tool we'll go over today is our edger, something also that we have available to the public. You're able to rent these. I believe we have 4 of these right now that are available just about any time. We do maintain these tools, but if you had your own and needed to replace something on an edger, typically the blade is what you're going to be replacing. Blades cost around $10, $12. They're available at most hardware stores, and they're fairly easy to replace. On the Black & Decker edger, which is the type that we have, what you want to do, you'll see your blade here, and you remove this nut here, and the blade will come off. The blade is labeled with a side that is supposed to be out on it. On this blade also, on the other side, it will have the same labeling showing side out. Once the blade is removed, there's washers inside that you'll be replacing. So you'll have a washer similar to this on the inside. You replace the inside washer, the outside washer, and then go ahead and bolt it back down. Make sure you're holding this tight. I oftentimes will put something in here just to kind of wedge that in so when I'm tightening it, that you can actually get that tightened all the way down so your blade isn't loose. Very simple replacement. The blades do wear down. They have wear indicators on them. The holes right here are typically when you want to replace it. Most of the packaging will tell you that as well as far as the wear indicators. So when your blade gets to here, it's usually time for a new one. Again, they're fairly inexpensive and fairly easy to replace. We do have these tools available. We replace the blade, so it's not something you'd need to do if you're borrowing our tools. So that is your edger blade replacement. Again, tools we have available. The next one is a little more complicated. It's some general tips you do for repairing your lawnmower, kind of your general spring maintenance. What we'll go ahead is I'll show you a few of the parts we have here, and we can go over what you would do to replace them. We have a new blade here, we have a new spark plug, and we have a new air filter. The blade on this one has already been replaced, but we'll go through how you would do it anyways. Again, with this, what I typically use is a block of wood to wedge the blade so that it's not spinning while you're trying to remove it. You just want to put a wrench on this, go ahead and loosen that. The blade will come right off. You'll take your new blade, just line it up the same direction as the one you had here. There's holes here that this clamp will go into. You'll put the blade on, tighten it back down, make sure it's good and tight. You'll have your blade replaced. At that point, you can either discard your old blade or you can have blades resharpened. They're typically about half the cost to get a blade resharpened versus buying a new one. They have kits available if you'd like to try sharpening your blades yourself. The sharpening and balancing kit. So once you remove the blade, you could use a kit, do it yourself, put the blade back on once you have it sharpened. It's another option if you don't want to buy a new blade. This is something you could use over and over again. So now once your blade is replaced, you may have a few other things you'd like to work on. Typically, your air filter and spark plugs are other things that homeowners typically would want to replace. We'll go ahead and flip the mower over. What you have right here is your air filter. Very easy to replace. This is what the new one looks like. This one does have a new one, but we'll go ahead and go through the replacement anyways. What you want to do is just remove your cover there. Pull the old filter out. Replace it with the new filter. Very simple procedure. These filters are also around $10. Very simple repair with not a lot of cost involved. The next thing you would do, if it's not running well, is your spark plug may be bad. See if we can get this turned around with the spark plug's at here. Your spark plug is going to be right over here on this side. What you'll want to do, just pull the spark plug cover off. You want to take your spark plug wrench, loosen the spark plug, take your new spark plug, put the new spark plug in the place of the old one. Just go ahead and put the spark plug boot back on. Once all these repairs are completed, you should have a tuned up mower, be ready to go. A few pushes of the primer, you go ahead and start it up and you're ready to go. We have quite a few mowers available at Capillary Housing Partnership available. We have gas and electric, depends on what you're looking for. All available for free to the public for rental if you're a Lansing resident. So if you're interested in tools, please contact us. Thank you for joining us today.